Got a new pet and it's a Bengal kitten. She's probably gonna be meowing in this video, so ignore. Hey YouTube, welcome back to C&K Exotics, where we show you how we care for our exotic animals and cool pets. So most of this video is going to be videos of her taken through my phone, so sorry for the quality, the lighting, and any mess you see. I do have a 10-month-old son, so the house is usually a mess most of the time. This is Dragon. She doesn't really like to be held, so I try not to hold her because she will scratch me. So me and Chris decided to go to a reptile expo in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours even away from where we live. And basically we were going to go there for some adult snakes, head to a couple of animal stores around that area, try to make it like a day trip type of thing. So when we went in, we were looking around. We didn't really see anything we liked. We did see Dragon. We ended up getting her, and we had to cut the day short because she was not having it. So we left around 11 or 12 because basically once we got her, it was a wrap. It was over with. So we ended up just going on home. I did leave her in the bag. She wasn't happy about it. She was meowing the whole time, but I didn't want to take her out because she wouldn't stay still, and the last thing I wanted her to do was distract Christopher while he was driving, and then, you know, what that can lead to. I ended up putting her in the back seat, and she was really pissed off about it, so she meowed for about 45 minutes out of the 2 hours. Give or take 2 hours, and then finally she stopped meowing and just went to sleep. So when we got back, I did leave her in the bag that she was in. I just placed it on the ground so that she can meet my dog face to face, but through the carrier just in case. And she actually did not like him. She tried to like hiss at, well, she did hiss at him, and then she tried to claw him through the bag. My dog has been around cats, so he was okay with her, but she wasn't okay with him. And on top of that, since we didn't expect to leave the expo with a cat, we didn't get a litter box, so I left her in the bag just until we can get a litter box in here, because technically the first thing you're supposed to put your cat in your house is their litter box. So after Christopher dropped us off at the house, he went to the pet store to get all the stuff that we needed. I did end up putting the baby to sleep because he was exhausted from the morning we had. That's her playing with a toy. But yeah, he was exhausted. My dog, I put in his cage. I did not take him out of the room. I was told to put him in the living room and let her be in a room by herself, but my dog actually has terrible separation anxiety. He will literally drool till he is soaked. He cries, he howls, he tries to scratch at the door. And like I said, I had also put my baby to sleep, and the last thing I needed was for him to be stressed out, howling in the hallway, and then wake the baby up on top of that. And I was just like, I'm just gonna put him in the cage and we'll see how that. So this was about 4 o'clock, and I actually decided to take her out the bag that she was sleeping in. So I placed her in the bed with me, and at first she slept on the totally opposite side, but 5 minutes later she moved closer to me and like slept right next to me. So I'm literally here watching like other people's Bengal videos. That's exactly how Dragon was the whole ride, and it was an hour and 30 minutes, y'all. She was like that the whole time. Oh, okay, maybe like the last 30 minutes she chilled out and she finally went to sleep. But there, here she is now. She's sleeping. How cute is she? So after a couple hours, Christopher finally came home, hooked up her litter boxes, and my baby actually woke up, so I placed him in the room with me. Chris and Nike went downstairs while Chris hooked up his fish tanks, because he did buy some fishes while he was at the store that he got her litter from. And that was the time my baby actually met her. In the car they sat next to each other, but I don't think he really knew what she was. But my baby was terrified of her. Like, he would literally jump in my arms to get away from her. So he was afraid of her. She was afraid of Nike. It was just real crazy the first day. So her first night, she did have an accident on the floor right in front of her litter box. I want to say 3 to 4 feet away from the litter box. It was like a trail of pee and then a big puddle. So I think she was actually trying to get to the litter box, but she couldn't make it in time and she had an accident. but that was the first time and the last time she's had an accident since she's been here. She's actually doing pretty good. She has 2 litter boxes, one under the bed and one in the closet, and I usually keep the closet door a little open, but for the sake of the video I closed it. But she does have another one under the bed and she uses both of them, so it's fine. And the reason I put it under the bed and in the closet is because I do have a 10-month-old who's crawling, and the last thing I need him to do is be in the litter box eating cat poop. So that night, as soon as we turned the lights off, she did come from her hiding spot and she started playing with us in the bed. Nike was actually at the foot of the bed, but I think she didn't notice. She walked right by him a couple times, but I still didn't think she didn't notice because he was laying down and he was very still. So as she was playing, he stood up and he looked at her, and I think she spotted him and she was not having it after that.
Always comes down to this. Always has to get dark, ugly, and human. You know I don't like this, right?
It is not too late to walk back from something decided.
Is this going to turn into something else?
You are the author of this nightcap. Its clothes shall be fashioned by your star.
He's like, what is she doing?
Nike.
You're supposed to be resting. Yeah. You look great.
Oh, she got my thigh. She got my thigh.
It's gotta stop,
Oh.
Michelle. It's not supposed
She
to be
noticed it was
like this.
Nike. Girl, he been there that whole time. Sunday morning when I woke up, she was still behind the bed in her same hiding spot. Poor thing. So at 4 o'clock in the morning, she decided to wake up and beg me for food, but I didn't know that's what she was begging me for, so I did ignore it for quite some time because my baby wasn't awake. So I was like, you're not about to wake me up before he does. But I did learn my lesson very, very quick, that she was hungry and she was not going to stop until she got her food. So I got up, filled her bowl, and went back to sleep. She stayed in hiding around the whole time until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and finally she came out and I tried to grab her, pick her up, and lay her down on me. She actually started like sucking on my shirt, and I read that it's a coping mechanism. They kind of do it to relieve stress and calm themselves down. I was wearing like this thick sweater because her nails are actually really sharp, so every time I mess with her I would put that sweater on. It's like a thick woolly type texture to protect myself because she did get me a lot. So in the video, she was actually next to Nike. She had no idea. She didn't even notice because she was too busy sucking on my dang shirt. I think she's sucking on me. Like I want my mommy. I'm not sure. Hey, but the thing is, Nike's right next to her. And she doesn't seem to care because she doesn't notice. So that day we did end up going to an animal store because we needed to get some food for our animals, and I took her with us because I didn't want to leave her here because she wasn't quite comfortable yet. She did meow the first 5 minutes of the ride to the point where my son was like meowing back at her, and then she calmed down and she stopped, and then that was it. So she's used to her bag. By the time we got home, it was my baby's bath and bedtime, and I put him to sleep. When I came in the room, she was asleep before I even left the room. Like as soon as she came in here, she went to her spot. They were both exhausted after that little trip. It wasn't really even a trip, but I just let them both go to sleep. It was the cutest thing. So my baby went to sleep for the whole night. When me and Chris came in after we ate and we were trying to go to sleep, we turned the lights off, and she did the same thing the night before. She wanted to play. Like, she comes out as soon as the lights turn off, and I was like, well, listen. So Monday, she wasn't hiding as much as she was the first 2 days. She was actually playing, but she would go back to her hiding spot to go to sleep. She still didn't like the dog, and my baby still didn't like her, but they both wasn't freaking out when the other would get around them. So my baby wasn't freaking out when she was coming around him, and she wasn't freaking out when the dog was coming around him. They kind of just stayed away from each other. And my baby did try to smack her. Don't hit her. She sees Nike. Her tail puffed up, but she didn't hiss yet. Oh, she's coming back to mama. Are you back with me? He's not gonna do anything to you. You just give him a chance. I promise if you give him a chance, you'll like him. And you guys can cuddle together. Yeah. Why you don't just give him a chance, mamas? With time, huh? With time. She's like, there's no time in the world that would make me get used to that thing. That present. So my baby ended up finding this toy of hers, and he was just like playing with it like that. He didn't really know it was her toy. I think he just thought of it as a toy as well. But she actually seen it, so she started like coming after him and playing with it. And he was totally freaking out, but I think he was laughing to like hide his fear. My son has been around the biggest of the dogs in the world, the biggest lizards, snakes, you name it, he's been around it. But this little kitten, for some reason, scares the life out of him.
The puppy likes to go for a ride.
Do you like her? Or do you like her toy? Want me to get it? He's still really scared. Oh, you're falling.
Go for a ride. The puppy likes to go for a ride.
Here, Papas. She's too close. He's a crazy kitten, right? She left. She's coming back. She might be coming back. I think she's stuck. Ooh, the toy is stuck. So Tuesday night, she actually, well, I guess you could say Monday night to Tuesday night, she actually slept in the bed with us. She didn't sleep on the other side of the bed frame, the headboard. She actually slept in the bed with us. I literally almost squished her a couple of times while she was sleeping with us. I had to like keep moving her because she sleeps in the middle of us. Nike sleeps by her feet, so I'm not used to having a little object right there, and she likes to be like really snuggled up with you. I did notice something was wrong with her eye, as you will be able to tell. Hey mamas, good morning. Did you have a warm night sleeping under me and almost getting squished every time I rolled over? Hope she sees Nike. What's going on with your eye? So the baby and the cat play all the time now without me, and it is great because I do work from home. So when I'm on my laptop or my iPad and he's trying to grab everything and touch everything, is really hard. Or when he's trying to throw his stuff off the bed and I gotta hurry up and grab him. So now he sits on the floor with his toys and her toys, and they play all the time, and it is amazing. Look at them going. Oh, he's gone. Look, guys, she's next to him and she doesn't even care. Oh, she cares. Nike, leave her. Let her come. Oh, no, don't do that to Nike. It's okay. It's okay, Papas. She'll come around. So Tuesday night, she did end up playing all day, but she did go back to her hiding spot to go to sleep. So she woke me up Wednesday morning early to feed her. By this time, I learned my lesson. I just get up, feed her, and go back to sleep. Because if I don't, she will keep going. So she was still playing with the baby, but she still wasn't so comfortable around the dog. She would walk by him, sit next to him, but he just couldn't move. Like, he couldn't blink, he couldn't breathe, nothing. Or else she would smack the hell out of him. He couldn't move too fast or it was a wrap. He had to stay completely still. Thursday was the same thing. She didn't do anything new. She was still not okay with the dog. She played all day, slept, ate. That was about it. Friday and Saturday were the same thing. Nothing really happened those 2 days. So Sunday, she finally came around completely to the dogs. So now they're all friends. All 3 of them are friends. I forgot to mention that we did find out Monday that she is wild. She's very wild. She's definitely a wild child. Dragon. She's definitely like hunting 24/7, and there are many holes in the curtain from her nails, and I don't think they're gonna last that long when she gains a little bit more weight, because oh, she's gonna fall. Oh gosh, she's going. She went. Dragon, are you okay? Oh, she's back at it. Yeah, she's definitely really crazy, wild, and energetic is what I meant to say. I had to start that whole sentence all over again. She really doesn't like to be picked up much. She like runs from you if you're trying to pick her up. She's gone now. What happened? Oh, she's, yeah. She doesn't like Nike, but she keeps messing with him. Hello. Do you think it's like nap time or something? Oh, does that feel good? Okay, no. Okay, sorry. She purrs a lot. Oh, and she does this a lot too. She already like got me. It's okay. That's why I've been wearing like this thick shirt. Kind of guards me from her craziness. Oh. 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 Okay. Okay, I'm done. But you're not. Which is fine. Which is fine. She also likes to suck on this thing. Oh! Did you guys see her tongue? Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? What just happened? Okay. Meow. Bengal cats. Well, mine she's wild, very. So we did end up having to take her to the vet for her eye. She had like a little goop in there. So they gave me some medication and that was about it. So that's my first week with Dragon. I will be making more videos with her in it, updates on her. I want to do like teach her some tricks. So I will be recording that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more if you want to stay updated with Dragon. Have a good one. Bye, guys.